So that's why I think that G2 have been pretty creative here. They've leveraged the double flex of the Cassio and Anivia. They have moved the Anivia into mid lane and they've brought out the Cassio top. So
lane's still getting bullied, but Han Summon's still picking up CS. It is, of course, the top lane that we need to see how it recovers. Okay, never mind. A bit of frost thrown at kyeahoo. Gets the seismic shot back, but Caps keeps putting him into the frostbite. Again, a glacial storm. kyeahoo, one more bit of frostbite, and his toes were getting the flash out of the Nautilus support. Might give a bit of leverage down bot.
Yeah, it does mean that like you're just kind of looking at a trade now for the objective. SkewMond going top for the Void Grubs, Dragon going to be started by KC. And with the flash gone on the Nautilus, I'm curious if KC trying to look for a bit more afterwards, especially if Han Sama has gone this low. This could be a potential dive after the Dragon if KC want to.
Dragon needs to take this quick. Smite's going to get it at 1,000. Yike, Vault Breaker over the wall. You said, Dagda, this is coming.
Yeah, I think the fact that you see that Void Grub announcement means they can go for it.
Clearing the wave, sneezes a little bit, but it's not enough for Han Sama. Vault Breaker flash. Oh, he tries to predict Han Sama flashes anyway. Encore comes through, and now with a double stun against the turret, it's looking a bit messy. Flap over the wall to escape as Yike is stuck in a melee range. He'll die too. A couple of minions to help out on a dredge line. Casey spent way too long under that structure.
Shout out to Labrov. That was beautifully played as SkewMond now looking for...
So he gets the River Fruit. However mysterious. Looking for a seismic shove onto SkewMond. SkewMond pulls back. Labrov has moved into the rush. It's control warded. As the Fade Light tries to spot out what's going on with G2, there's the Weaver's Wall. Dredge line in, turns into a fight. Depth charge onto Caliste. It's 4 versus 3 for now as Mum brings in the 4. Now, who's stuck in the middle against SkewMond, and a double goes to Caps to open up the fight as Caliste. And a 1v turns to flash away. The Encore goes through everyone, but Busio's left alone. KC bit off the fight, but I don't think they wanted to start it.
KC thought they could take it, but the numbers...
to allow for G2 to find the kills, they need to win the fight.
Great flash from SkewMond on the flick back as well. Meant that so much of that damage was just nullified. And G2 now with control, find Busio.
Busio is face checking. Cap's going to get the stun. Wait for the frostbite to connect. The damage after Crystallize gets his flash out. Busio lucky to be alive, and yet we did the 2.5k gold lead with everything going wrong. And that play, as you said, it really opened up for G2. Might be game-breaking. Yike gets over the wall, but spot out by G2. He flashes immediately. He's hit by a depth charge. A Crystallize in his way, and an audacious charge. Everyone charging down Yike as he regrets queuing blind into his blue.
That was blue, but with mid missing and Labrov teaming up with SkewMond, it comes back to what the analyst desk was setting up at the beginning of the day. We needed to see support plus jungle pairing up. Caps now the target.
All right, well, Weaver's Wall will start it off. Caps, remember, still has egg. There's another wall, though, as well. One's icy, one's rocky, and the icy one did a better job as shoved back from kyeahoo saves his life. SkewMond on the charge. Dragon does go down in the end. G2 even it up, one apiece here.
He's one of the few Anivias that chooses not to go for tier. He instead just prioritizes the Rod of Ages to then get an earlier spike as the Ghost's going to be popped from kyeahoo.
It is indeed. Glacial Storm still out, though. Looking for the flick back. kyeahoo going to play the 1v1. There's a seismic shove. Perfect, but now into the egg. Does kyeahoo have enough damage? Threaded volley part 1. Here comes the second in a second, but at half HP, Arrow gets him from downtown. Caliste saves the play. kyeahoo relied on that man, and that man delivered.
The corner of the hitbox connects for Caliste, and kyeahoo manages to pick up the kill. That barely
9 seconds away as he's still on the track of respawning. There's going to be a tower, and Casey at the very least gets something back here in game 1.
It's very needed for kyeahoo after the way the lane's been going.
SkewMond is hunting though, hasn't found him.
Wrong brush, audacious charge, Weaver's Wall. Doesn't get him, gets challenged, but eventually runs out.
Good use of the ulti from champion. Dragon going to be spawning in a minute's time as the hook connects. Stolen.
Oh, well, Labrov. He gets a double earlier, and he just autos a red buff down.
Oh, Caliste.
Caliste is going to arrow depth charge, though. Caliste is by himself, relying on Busio over the wall. The flash, the auto Caliste will get out of dodge, but hit with an audacious charge. A new dredge line. Labrov's going to hit it all while SkewMond hits down the French AD carry. Flapping over the wall as Han Sama for the kill and responds. And Labrov on engaged champions is giving me some nice deja vu.
G2 looking to contest the red buff. Say, Casey, you can't fight us here. Casey, say, wanna bet? And G2 go, hell yeah.
Not available, but from range. Think about Broken Blade, what he can do if he gets uptime, even without an ulti. Casey going to move away from SkewMond, sending out the Wind Becomes Lightning audacious charge to get the engage. Labrov at an angle here. Canna free fish, but I don't know. He finds Busio instead, and the dive begins. G2 in, now G2 out. Canna runs back in as well. He has to snap back as Labrov gets the auto attack. He will die for the first death of his game, but Wind Becomes Lightning with a 3-talon strike, and SkewMond returns to the scene of the crime.
SkewMond is trying to shore up and get some gold into him, but G2 are a team that do not let you do that, so for KC, they have to be very careful.
Busio wanted this. He encores only one, but there's Cassiopeia behind him. I don't know what they're trying to fish, but I would throw that fishing rod away. A double kill over to Broken Blade, and it keeps getting worse for KC.
He's getting pushed in by Caps. He's now got a 4-level advantage, and bear in mind his Rod of Ages hasn't even fully stacked yet. That's about to stack, giving him the level 16 as well. Canna can only split push as there's no real other
map. And now we're seeing a similar story in this one where Labrov is doing better than Busio in this game.
It's not the first time saying that. I mean, the bot turret goes down, KC are going to lose their inhibitor and the turret with it top. This trade is very small for G2. Does inhibitor add some pressure in?
Like, this is very much when, like, you go back to old iterations of G2. Oh, Labrov.
He is by himself. Yeah, he's going to flick him, but he gets the dredge line out. Broken Blade's coming as well. And G2 do have backup. He turns it into an engage. Yahoo doesn't flash. He does get out, to Yahoo's credit of not pressing the button.
Yeah, G2 now going to start to siege up. KC hoping to hold on here. They do have multiple members on the top side, looking to see if Caps is going to step up solo. Does Yike cancel the recess?
Try to build a Anivia, love to see it. Waiting for the Flash Frost, gets the stun. Canna in trouble. Good damage already. Next Frostbite puts him to half HP with a Glacial Storm. And the dodge away from the Tempest. Gets flashed on by Yike though. Caps is going to go into the egg form, but Yike can't finish the job. TP's going to come in for backup. And Broken Blade is slithering hella damn fast. Canna needs ulti over the wall to escape, but SkewMond is going to follow the trail. This Yone has TP. He's got to use it fast, but even will he survive with Miasma over the line? No, he's dead. SkewMond finds him. Meanwhile, Mum called in mid lane. Yeah, who's going to wall out because another TP from G2 looks to catch KC out.
Yike is just
now with very few options to turn this game around.
I want to go back to one of the things we were talking about, Betty, though, with the draft thing, because I think the most surprising part of this iteration of G2's draft.
Absolutely.
So I think it's been incredible to see him, you know, now operating at this newfound level on all these carry picks, and it's making a lot for G2. Oh, and
Labrov does go into his death though, so nice little bait here, but Caliste without a flash cannot be punished. 4 versus 5. The setup from Canna. Fate sealed onto 2. KC now strike. Yike gets in for the double. And G2, you'd think, are they losing this fight? Yes, surely they are. The kite back as Hanshammer tries to get the burn down, but SkewMond's going to run out of the ulti. Get Yike in the end, but KC defend. Hans is thinking about what angle he can take as he sneezes over the wall, but that one ain't wet enough. Shutdown going over to the mid laner, and KC managed to defend.
And caster curses aren't real, Vedius. They really can't.
Because it really is, isn't it? A 3-item Taliyah. I mean, again, might think on Taliyah, but seismic shove. Look at the damage. Yike gets over the wall. Broken Blade's caught. And the arrow. He's going to go golden, but Broken Blade is dead meat. Snake is on the menu for dinner, and KC have an opportunity to think about Baron.
Another big pick for KC as now they can threaten the Baron. Keep Miles on the minimap. Look at Yike. Look at his flank. There's no jungle on the Baron, G2.
Oh, Yike. The angle, the GA, the play. Hanshammer going to poke his way in. At 11k, it's going down to it quick. The Weaver's Wall, the engage. He found Caps, now he's found Hanshammer, the encore. The fate sealed. Everything for the Tiny Dragon as Canna gets the shutdown. SkewMond's already ulted. He has no way out as the Death Clutch is going to come in clutch again from Yahoo. He might die to Caps in the end, but as Caps goes into his egg, KC not only back in this game, they're in the driver's seat now.
KC looked like they were on the brink, but just like that, they find the fight, they find G2, and the Baron is theirs.
Well, now this game 1 becomes very interesting.
There's of attack from KC.
KC now in the pit. Yike has the aggro.
Ball breaker. Oh, blocked. Labrov got blocked. He's going to be slowed down, stunned up as Mum gets called. Broken Blade also caved off on the back of this pit. Canna looking for an entry, looking for a snake. Yike jumps in, SkewMond, audacious charge. Dredge line as well, double root down. Yike in trouble, looking for that Smolder execution, and he will find it. Canna waiting for his moment to get over the wall as Dragon now the thought. G2 get it. They've got Ocean Soul. Encore gets 3 though. Maybe winning fight in the front to back is Caliste. Here we go, the gliding. Walled off once again as Canna gets out over the wall. Hanshammer meanwhile is looking for that Yone top, but KC have to lose the fight because...
And that wall that we were talking about, that combo to keep people away from the follow-up.
Canna found Glacial Storm in his way. Mum gets called in as well. Canna gets hit from range. And oh! Canna flashes into it, but Labrov hit the slam dunk.
My goodness, look.
Kyeahoo, he knows that there's not really much of a threat on towards this top half of the map right now. We'll just continue to push in as SkewMond fishing for him.
Might be dead. Weaver's Wall is up and available, going to be used here, but interrupted. Gets 3 Talon Strike knocked up. Yahoo isn't going anywhere, and SkewMond's going to take him alive. That's a joke. He's dead for sure. Flushes away, but Cavalry's coming in. It's Caps, it's Labrov. Who do you want to die to? It's going to be Caps to claim the kill.
So another pick. This one still not that devastating. Ooh,
okay.
Zonya's going to be popped. Hansama able to dodge away from the ulti. Provides means that stopping the siege is going to be tough.
And again, Inhibitor's going to go down. Yike is still not here. He's doing his Raptors. G2 are threatening that they might just end. They think, yo, Yike's not actually on the map right now. One turret is going to be dropping down, maybe at least a bit more damage on the second. Next wave coming in, but G2 not going to overforce. Nexus turret number 1. Slowly but surely, you got to think it's going to be dropping down.
The burn gets us.
Yeah, it does take it down. So Casey had their jungler away, and Yike is going to lose.
They're going to start this one off. They might just rush it down.
I mean, it's gone. I feel like it's gone. Look at where SkewMond is on the map right now. There's no Hex Gate, so this is done. KC, great peace of mind, awareness, and all-round decision-making.
This area of the map. And observe, if you can show us what KC can see right now, it's not a lot.
It's not indeed. Dredge line in, starts it off. Canna getting low, a depth charge onto Yike, gets to separate, but Labrov about to die to an auto to Caliste. Crystallize slows the play, but the arrow does not. Finds Cap snapping with the cease and desist in as well. An encore on to 4, and a fate shield. Canna will find them all, but the Dragon patience, the stacks from Hansama burning down with the petrifying gaze as Broken Blade kite set out. Meanwhile, the egg respawning. No, that ain't an egg. That's a man with a spear, but he too will drop as KC have won yet another fight. 2 members left, slithering away. One flapping as hard as he...
They convert that into a pick onto Caps, and then they just run G2 down with an objective that KC should have had no business approaching.
Bliss willing to walk up. He's got that GA intact, and in fact, 3 members of KC do. With this Baron buff, they have a bit of survivability. They have a second life, a second win. Baron's going to push in. Inhibitor turret is now dropped. Inhibitor's going to go with it. And G2 on the legs of their base in a very back and forth game. The Crystallize is going to stop the top wave, but eventually that too will cross back in. And top turret will be under threat too.
G2 have 3 super minions on the bottom side. That's why they're trying to delay here. See if they can force KC to back away. But KC, they want the second inhibitor.
No Anivia flash is big. Caps didn't burn it last play when he got caught by the arrow. As TP flank, are we seeing it?
No, this is what I'm talking about. There's 3 super minions in this wave. So KC need to try and reset, which is buying the time that they need. I think it should. Actually, no, the inhibitor going to reset.
Enough to end the game. It very much depends. Oh, look at the positioning. Look at Yike.
Angle's good. I'm waiting for it. Weaver's War going to start it off. The arrow into Caps again. He gets cleansed. He has the egg, but he doesn't have flash. Remember that. All in is Canna. Fate sealed. Caps goes golden. No mum is called as Yike goes in. He immediately flashes out. Canna also out as well. This is not good. This is not good for KC. Yike about to get Dragon stack. Hansama dodges away from the flick as KC's health bars are low. The sneeze going to get the sneeze, or rather the slow onto Yike. He gets out, but KC burned a lot.
I mean, that was flash for Yike, flash for Canna, flash for Labrov, flash for Hans, flash for SkewMond. I would say that ultimately KC are the winners. They got a lot out.
As that new target alongside Canna. KC starting it up. G2 not really in position. Caps is trying to clear it in the midway.
It's going down fast as well. Broken Blade's going to see it first. Looks for the walk up. Still won't find it, but now that he's walked into maybe certain death, it could be his life that's under threat. Labrov's going to dodge away from the arrow, rather get hit by it, but slowed on down. Caliste flashes in. Labrov up first. Next is Broken Blade. They ran in, as you said, Betty. They didn't have much either on the side of G2, and they decided to wing it.
What was the game plan there from Broken Blade? He walks into melee range of KC all at the Baron. He had very few options on the side of G2 to help provide him. Labrov ends up dying to help keep him alive, and now with the Baron buff, KC can look to end the game.
This should be it. KC with a huge comeback in game number 1 against G2, and they're on to the Nexus.
Looking for their 4th game of the year so far. Hansama gets knocked on up. There's a bit of burn, but mum isn't enough to save the little dragon's life as SkewMond looks for at least a kill to slow down the play. Caps doing the same thing, but 1 Nexus turret and the immediate future now a second. KC going to lose Caliste as well as the GA gets popped, but a bare Nexus is there. Yahoo will poke down, and KC will revive their game 1.
A fantastic bounce back from KC. They were so good at punishing the mistakes of G2. Mistake after mistake. KC was poised, primed, and ready, and what a turnaround from KC.
Shocks, Caliste can Astroglide on the Ashe once again, eh?